Welcome back, everybody. We are playing Torchbearer. We've got one more hour of torch bearing to go, and I'm really excited. We're going to do a conflict. We're going to fight or drive off or do something with some kobolds. So let's talk about how all that works, shall we? So in Torchbearer, regardless of the type of conflict that you're doing, we use essentially the same rules for them. So different types of conflicts can be like a fight or an argument or a chase or any number of other things like it. And for each one, you split into teams and you choose actions. So there's 3 actions to a round, and we compare the actions to each other. So I might say the kobolds, I pick my 3, and on the first action I might say the kobolds are attacking, and you might say, well, we're defending. And then depending on what the actions are, you do different rolls and you make different checks. And the idea is to whittle your opponent's body of opposition, their points, down to nothing. So your actions have triggered a conflict, and it's up to you by your character's actions. Now, there's been a lot of talk about killing the kobolds. Is that a thing you want to do? You want to murder these kobolds? Because you can also drive them off. Basically, what we're doing here is sort of setting the stakes. Like, if you're like, we're going to fight to the end, then I am allowed to kill you if you lose the conflict really badly. But these are kobolds. You have a level of might up on them, maybe 2, and they're not that great. They're pretty crappy little dudes. So, yeah, they count as might 2 because there's a swarm of them. So you have the innate advantage of just being might 3 because you're adventurers. So killing them might not be a huge risk, but you have an exhausted character. Dice rolls could go poorly.
The exhausted character is your main fighter.
Yeah, and the exhausted character is your main fighter. So your options for the conflict here, you should be able to see it on the conflict rules sheet there. So you can choose any of the options that are down in the bottom corner there that apply. Like, you can't banish or abjure them, but you can.
Why not?
You could try to capture them. You could try to drive them off. You could try to kill them. If you could come up with some other thing, but it sounds like drive off or kill, unless you decide to capture.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of those.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm trying to decide if I think they're worthy and what I think would count as defeating them.
I think kill or capture seem reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would we be able to like interrogate kobolds?
If you could speak their language, or if they could speak yours.
I could do such a thing if we captured them and then had camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could interrogate them.
Yeah, let's capture them. Let's find out where they're
pretty. So now we
don't have any rope left.
I was gonna say, you have equipment primarily for doing the killing, right? Like, you have swords and shields, and those won't be as useful in a capture. You need nets, traps, and lures for weapons in that. So you're better equipped to kill them.
Yeah.
But...
I think probably it's killing.
All right, let's fight murder them.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do some murders.
Murdering.
All right. So what's at stake here is, if you win, you'll kill them. If they win, like, you both just want to kill each other. There's killing happening here. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So who is the leader of this kill conflict?
Oh, is it me?
Probably you, even though, because your fighter skill is like 4.
What?
It was, but it's 3.
My fight skill is actually 4 now.
Yeah.
Oh, well then we should have you lead the conflict.
Well, hold on. So you got to cast the spell first.
Oh, does that take a round?
No, but it happens at the very beginning of the fight, which is before. It's after this, after the disposition. Let me just double check to make sure, because I know that it makes your magic missiles good, but I don't think. Oh no, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's not. It's only for the attack action. You're not taking the attack action. You're determining your hit points.
Yeah. So fighter
it doesn't count for this.
Comes in first,
and then you'll be able to cast it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're still the best then, and I'll just help with attacks.
Okay, so,
yeah, mine is. I'm a fighter 3.
So Hilary, what I need you to do is just roll your fighter skill, not against any particular obstacle. You're just going to roll your skill to generate your hit points, and you're going to add fighter to your character's health.
Yeah,
okay.
so we should totally have.
So
Yeah.
Okay, but how does exhausted play into that?
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So just
just
roll
roll-
fighter against ob 1. I just need to see how many dice are successes.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay, so you got 2 successes. All right. And what's your health?
My health is on my sheet 5.
Okay, so you have 7 to be in this conflict. So now they're gonna roll, and let me see. Oh, your teammates can help. So if anyone else has fighter, you can roll an extra die
yeah.
for each person that's helping.
Roll an extra die for me. Dave, are you helping?
Dave doesn't have
I
fighter,
don't fighter. No.
Okay.
What kind of
and nobody's
noodle
hungry or
arm-
thirsty. So
What kind of old shopkeeper doesn't have fight?
Yeah, you must have picked that up by now. Unless you're some kind of like pyromaniac.
So Hilary, just
No.
roll 1d6. Just slash.
I just tried to and it didn't do it. But oh, I see what happened.
Just need to see if it's a success because you might have 8.
No.
Okay.
I'm
All
so
right.
helpful.
All right. So now the kobolds will roll. There are 6 of them. That's what I said, right?
That is what you said.
Yeah, 6 kobolds. So they're gonna roll their fighter skill if they have one. I don't think they do. I think they're just kobolds. Yeah, they only have nature. So they're gonna roll. I'm rolling 2 dice, and there are 6 of them. So I'm adding 5. I'm rolling 7 dice and adding the success to 2.
Adam, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Where does might come in?
Might is for basically like anything you do against them. You automatically get an additional success if you get a success.
Okay, right on.
Because they're
it's-
might 2 and you're
it's
might
up
1.
by
The order
1.
of might, yeah. So, yeah, +1 success per level of order greater than them, you are.
Does that include our starting disposition?
No, that's just actions during the battle. Yeah, any action taken against them in the conflict.
Okay, great.
All successful or tied actions, yeah. Okay, all right. So they're rolling. What did I say? 2 dice plus there's 5 of them, so 7. Obstacle 0. Okay, so I got 2 successes. So their body of combat on conflict is 4. Good job, kobolds.
Right.
Your shitty rolls. Okay, so the kobolds have 4. You have 7. That's your hit points for the fight. Now, each turn, first thing we have to do is determine, Hilary, what action do you want to apply your sword to? So your sword will give you an extra die for 1 action for the whole fight.
Mm-hmm. And the same action throughout the fight. Yeah.
Yeah. So the actions are attack, defend, feint, and maneuver. Attack is just trying to like get in there and kill the kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
Defend is blocking attacks that come towards you, that come after you. Feint is you set up what looks like an attack one way and then attack a different way. It's really useful if they try to defend against it. And then maneuver is just trying to get them into a position where the next person can hit them really hard. Maneuver is what the halfling will predominantly be doing.
Yeah, I think not maneuver, probably either feint or attack.
The safe bet is attack here.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with that.
You can just rush them
Seems
down.
like the Dwarven way.
Doesn't Adam schedule first?
Oh yeah, we haven't started that. We're just talking about what the sword is going to be for the conflict.
Yeah. The sword only gets to be one thing through the
So it
whole
gets to be one
conflict
thing for the fight. So this is an attack sword today.
in advance. And we're not saying that we're even going to attack. We could just
Yeah.
we could be like, yeah, the sword's for attack.
Right.
We never attack even.
So I'm
once.
gonna choose my my actions for the kobolds. What they're gonna do. I gotta look at their because they got equipment too. I gotta see what their jam is. They have some weapons for kill disposition. I think here. They have slings. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's see. I gotta drag and decide on what I'm doing here. Okay. I have mine selected. So now, as a group, each of you gets 1 action because there's 3 of you, and you have to take them in whatever order, and then you get to start the next turn. And basically, you just can't go like two of us are doing it, one person's going, or all three of us are going. Like, you have to split them up. So what's the very first thing you're doing in the fight? Who's going first, and what are they doing?
You want me to try to outmaneuver them? I'm worried that they're gonna faint, though. At some point, like sometime in their first 2 rounds. I feel like kobolds are tricky. They might pull some shit.
Yeah.
Could be, yeah.
So maybe we just start out strong with some big attacking, and then like we can go like attack, maneuver, attack.
Yeah, if we want to attack, I should attack, because I'll 4 plus 1 plus whatever.
Plus help, yeah.
If we just want to try and like kill them in one hit, then we can try and do that. That seems...
Let me check how the spell casting works, because I think you might. Yeah, spells and prayers in combat do not require an action. They're cast before rolling for disposition, when weapon declarations are made. Okay, so did you want to magic missile? You want to use your Eldritch darts?
Yeah. My weapon for this will be Spears of Eldritch Power.
Fucking sweet. Spears of Eldritch Power. Okay. So, who's going first? Who will lead the strike?
Dave.
Okay, all right. So in the deck, click choose, and then drag the attack action onto the table, and just match it up with my first one. So just put it above.
Hold on, got to move everything out of the way. There we go. Yep.
There you go. Okay, cool. So you get your first one set up. All right, who's going next?
Hilary, do you want to go next, or should I?
Well, if you're planning to maneuver sets up the next action, doesn't it?
Yes.
So it doesn't make sense to have it third.
I mean, it rolls over into the next.
I guess it does roll over. So
yeah,
we could attack, maneuver. Is that what you want to do?
Oh, I also need to know, just this is like a totally like side thing, but so you have 7 disposition, but it's split among the 3 of you. What character has 1 more disposition than the rest? Who's a little tougher? Because basically, once 2 points go down, someone gets knocked out of the fight.
It's me, I think.
Okay, so the dwarf, the leader, has the extra.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're the one taking like the physical hits, I guess.
Yeah.
Why don't I go second?
Yeah, and there are 6 kobolds, but 2 of them are just like at the back, being like, fight! Oh no! Like, because I only got 4 dispo, so each one of them is 1.
So the 2 cards that are up there at the top is one of those. The first one's the one that you put, Dave, and then
and the second one is me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to maneuver, and then Hilary, you want to finish them with an attack on 3?
Yeah. Let me choose. Boop boop boop.
Or maybe you want to defend or whatever, but like the nice thing about maneuver is that it is good against attacking and defending, because I can like mitigate.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to try to. I think we're just going in hard, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, because we have a big disposition advantage, so.
Hopefully, I picked the right card and put it on the table.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you didn't, because we can always swap it out.
Yeah.
So your intent there is to attack. You guys are doing attack, maneuver, attack?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's flip the cards over. So, Dave, if you want to right-click on your card and go flip card.
Okay.
Ha! All right. So attack. So an attack versus an attack is just an independent test. You both roll against ob0 and reduce the enemy by that number of successes.
Okay.
So the kobolds come screaming forward, and they're like drawing their little, like, they have these little iron bombs that they're drawing, and they're gonna throw them at you as they rush into battle. Though it looks like we dropped the Zoom call again. Good job, Zoom. Being terrible today. It's okay, I'm playing games with myself. That's all we ever wanted. Who needs players? Not this guy. Let's take a quick look, see if I can bump this meeting. 1 second here, everybody. There it goes. It's reconnecting. Yeah, so how about that? I'm gonna use, there we go. I'm gonna use bombs, and it's gonna be messy. Let's get reconnected. There we go. Thanks, everybody.
Oh,
There
hello.
you are.
Welcome back. Okay.
So
the kobolds have
you
these-
cut out right before you said the kobolds.
Yes.
You went like this.
Yeah, the kobolds
And
come
then-
rushing towards you, pulling out their these little iron bombs, and they're gonna hurl them at you as they rush. Now with the kobolds, the bombs, it'll give them extra successes to the attack, but their successes will also affect them. So basically, they just rush you and they all blow up, and the chances of them surviving is very, very low. But they'll take some of you with them, hopefully, for them. Okay, so let's see. So you're rolling your attack. And I'm rolling my kobold attack. So I'm gonna roll 2 dice plus 3 for the extra kobolds. So I've got a dice pool of 6 on you. What's your arcanist?
4.
Okay. And does your spell grant you any bonus or anything to that roll?
It's unerring, which doesn't something against maneuver, which isn't the case. And I'm not angry, so no.
Can we help Dave also?
I'm also fresh, so it'll be 5.
Okay. Yeah, you can help.
Okay, well, I'll totally help with fighter.
Okay. All right. What does that look like?
I'm just like throwing sling stones at these guys while they're charging at us.
Okay. So yeah, you're trying to like harry them as they rush you with their bombs.
Yeah, which I assume like Dave is shooting them as they're coming too. So we're just like, whoa, kill them if they explode.
All right.
Yep.
How about you? Are you helping, Hilary?
So the only danger in helping is that I am then embroiled and more likely to take damage. Is that?
No. I mean, in conflict, you're all in together.
Great,
There's
then I'm
really no
helping.
reason not to help.
Okay.
I'm helping then.
Okay. Are you helping with fighter? All right. So what does that look like for you? Because you don't have a missile weapon.
It's true. But I do have a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm jamming it at them.
So you just like crash into the tide of kobolds?
Yeah.
Or maybe
Okay.
you're like swinging it and trying to keep them back.
I'm also like I'm it's more that I'm like kind of funneling them more into the fire.
Okay. All right. So I rolled. They run up and they start blowing up. So they deal both you and themselves. They got 2 successes plus 1 automatic success for the bomb. So they deal 3 damage to both them and you. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
So you're at 4. And they have it 1. And now, Dave, all you got to do is get 1 more success to polish them off.
All right. 1 success on 7 dice.
Now, keep in mind, you get an automatic success on any successful or tied roll. So because you're a higher level might than them, so you get an extra one. Do it.
So we need a success to just totally
There you
blow
go.
them.
Killed. Done. The fight's over.
Great.
Yeah.
So there weren't enough of them to really fight effectively. You startled them. 4 of them ran forward. The other 2 like scrabbled away and disappeared. And the 4 that ran forward just all blew up. So there's just like massive sort of fireworks in the cavern. And then when the smoke clears, there's bits of kobolds scattered everywhere.
It's like I'm waiting for them to come closer. They all explode, and there's the 2 at the back, and they just like both stop cheering. And then I've got like the 2 bolts there, like held over 2 fingers, and I just like point forward, and it just goes. Thunk, thunk.
Good work. Okay, so make sure you mark your a pass test for Arcanist. Let's see what would have happened had they survived. It would have been maneuver versus attack, and then attack again. So I scripted 3 attacks because I was just like, they got bombs, whatever. They'll just run in and blow stuff up.
What would have actually been really good is maneuver against attack in the first round, because we could have just been like, stay back, and then they would explode themselves.
All right. So now here's the thing: the kobolds succeeded at reducing your hit points, your disposition. Your disposition has been reduced, but not by half. So let's see. Lost about half. All but a few, or lost a little. You lost about half. So a solid compromise here. You get what you wanted. You kill all the kobolds. They wanted to kill all of you, but we got to compromise a little bit. So, I want to throw out some conditions. I think as a condition of their winning. I think like injured to one of you, and then let me take a look at what I want to throw out here. Injured and we'll say like exhausted to the other ones. So maybe you're injured, Harga. You're injured by the bombs going off.
Yeah.
And Merowyn and Upagast, you're exhausted.
Yeah, that seems fine. I don't normally do my magic for real. So
Yeah, because you were in the front line. You described you were in the front line, so you like they start climbing. The kobolds start to climb up onto you before they blow up, and you take the brunt of the explosion. Yeah, so you're staggered, reeling from kobold explosions, but you got what you wanted. You drove them off. So that's the end of the third turn of actions. What would you like to do? Let me. I'll re-describe the area for you so you're familiar with where you're at.
yep, I will
Okay.
write this down.
Boop, boop.
Well, at least we killed some kobolds.
The candle goes out. That was the last round of candle. So this room, just to remind y'all, it's a sort of rectangular shaped room. You've come into the inside of the room from the south, and there's another exit on the other side. There's also the little fire pit where the like brazier where the little coals are sitting, and some like miscellany kind of scattered around. We need to roll on the loot table so you get some loot for fighting these little
I
jerks.
love loot.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me find the loot table here. Okay, so loot. You roll loot from defeating monsters. Loot is planned. We're going to roll... okay. A planned problem for which the characters are victorious. All right, so you get to roll on loot table 1.
How do we do that?
Somebody you want to roll? It's under rollable tables. It's under the like little bulleted list in the top right. Do you see
Conflict,
those?
weapons, and compromise. Is that?
No. If you change the menu that you're on, so it should be the 3 bulleted lists. I don't know. You might not be able to. No, I said players can roll from this table.
Oh yeah, you did.
See, like there's a
Loot.
ton of tables. Yeah.
Well,
Find
yeah,
find loot table 1, and click roll. All right, you found some gear.
Yeah.
All right, so the kobolds had. Let's roll on the gear table.
Magic wand.
A helmet. There's a helmet among one of the kobolds was using it like as a seat while he was playing his like Knucklebones game.
Hilary, you're muted, but want to pick it up?
Do you want 2 helmets? Are you going to be BJ Blazkowicz? This?
I was
You
going to
can
say,
wear a
everyone
mounted
in our
helmet.
party who can wear a helmet already has a helmet. Is that
I mean, you can put it in your bag. It's helmet
Yeah.
slot 1.
sure?
For when your first helmet gets busted
I'm
up.
gonna.
Yes.
I'm not taking off this wizard hat. for
Normally
anything.
we would roll. Yeah, you get another piece of loot because they're 2. So we'll do that again. Dave, do you want to roll on the loot table again? The other thing is normally you'd get armor to help ablate that damage, but the person whose turn it was when the damage happened didn't have armor.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so you find a treasure.
Treasure.
You find a treasure. So on the treasure table we get some jewelry.
What kind?
Have a necklace slot.
All
Yeah.
right. So
Yeah, I was like, is it a
jewelry.
necklace or ring? Put it on.
Yeah, jewelry worn 1. Roll roll 2 to 6D. Roll D6 for type. Okay, roll a D6. We'll see what type of jewelry it is.
I want a
So a D6.
that.
Okay, you got a 3. It is a bracelet.
Oh, I love bracelets.
Okay, and roll. Let's roll 2D3 to see how much it's worth. It is worth. Let's see here.
4.
4 dice. Wow, that's pretty good. That's good treasure. 4 dice worth of treasure. So treasure will act as like you'll go back and find someone to sell it to, and it'll allow you to buy things in town like new gear, a stay at the inn, things you need to like really get that like fresh condition back.
Oh, so that's why it says like on the loot on the gear table, like they have obs, and you put the amount of dice that a thing's worth as dice towards the test to buy something else.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Gotcha.
they're like bonus dice for those things. Yeah, you got it. So
It's
who's
like
going
that all currency for all things is dice.
Is dice, yeah. So you can either put this in a single slot, so you can put it in your belt pouch, but you can also wear it on your hands if you're not already wearing stuff on your hands. So you just put it
I'm going to wear it on my hands.
No, we all want to wear it on our hands. Come on, let's fight over it.
Go to battle over who gets to wear it on.
What does it look like?
I don't
Already
really
on my
care.
character sheet.
It's ostentatious and shiny because that's what that would have attracted a kobold.
Is it well made though? Is it like worthy of a
No,
dwarf?
it's human. It's
Okay, then I
human
don't care about it.
buffoonery, is what it is.
Whatever.
Yeah, so I'm wearing it because I'm like, oh, it's pretty, and I just grab it.
Okay, all right.
It's like already on my little wrist, and it's like
Yeah.
just the eye.
It was
Yeah,
like,
normally,
what have
normally
you
what
found there, halfling?
Yeah, normally
You're
what I
like,
would have done. Normally, what I would have done here is we wouldn't determine the value till we get back to town, but there's not necessarily going to be a town phase. Basically, what I would be like, it's a shiny bracelet, and then later when you find a fence, then we roll, and I'm like, oh, it's worth 1 die. So you can't really plan on it, but yeah. Okay, good. All right, so you got some loot, and what do you want to do? Do you want to?
I want to camp and get rid of that exhaustion.
Does anybody have checks?
We don't have any checks.
Nope.
Okay, all right.
Oh, no,
So-
don't. Snap.
Can we like search this room or try to make a roll of some kind that I can?
I seriously considered being like, great, the kobolds start rushing us. I scout the room. Instead of fighting them, I just instinctively scout the room. Can I scout the room now?
No, it has to be instinctive. It has to be as soon as you enter.
Well, I could choose to also scout.
Yes, now you could choose to spend the 4th turn scouting. Yeah.
Yeah. Or we could go somewhere new and I could just scout that. So is there just the one exit that the other kobolds ran off?
Yeah, there's the north exit, and then there's the way you came, which had that other passage down.
What do y'all think? Should we chase them down a little bit, or?
I think that we should be sneaky sneaks.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, let's follow them.
in the direction of chasing them down?
Yeah, like we're gonna,
I'm gonna scout the room.
because we're gonna pursue them, but
Yeah.
sneakily.
Okay, with
By
your
scouting the room.
lantern held high, and because the lantern will like definitely alert them that you're coming. Plus, they
Well,
know
there's
you're.
light here now, right?
Yeah, there was like the little like glow of the coals they were warming themselves over.
But that's in this room,
That's in
not
this
in
room.
Only in
the
this
new room
okay.
that we go to.
Yeah, the room beyond, there is a faint light coming from that room. There's like a dim light being cast into the hallway, but it's not much.
Okay, yeah. Well, then let's try to sneak through the dim light. What could go wrong?
Okay, are you all sneaking together?
This is where I'm like, I'm gonna scout the room, right?
You can send
Like,
someone ahead, like
okay.
Merwin.
Yeah,
you can
so
go ahead.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, someone else needs to do a thing. Like, if you don't
Yeah.
want the first thing in that room to be like, all right, now let's check for exits.
It's
Yeah, so like I can sneak ahead
Okay, then do that. Yeah.
because I am a sneaky halfling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. I just can't make anybody else sneak ahead. So
all right.
I'm telling you what I'm gonna do.
So scout is the skill used for sneaking.
Or my nature.
No. If
If
you
you don't
have
have
the
to.
skill, you have to use it.
Even though it's in my nature, just
If you
to do
have if
sneaking?
you have persona, you can tap your nature to do it, but you're using your training instead of your nature. Yeah.
Okay, well then I will scout. That's fine too.
Okay.
I have the skill.
Okay. All right, so it's going to be an opposed test. So these little jerks in the other room are going to roll. And how many of them are
Oh, I need to take that hot off. It's too hot.
there? Okay, it's an opposed test, so I'm just rolling. Okay, I got 5 successes.
Great. I'm going to throw this roll super hard.
Yeah, sounds good.
Um,
Earn a check. Earn a check.
yeah, so I'm going to give them an extra 2 dice. Two
Ow.
check.
Okay, I'll roll 2 more. Yeah, what trait are you using?
So I think in this case, my quick wits get the better of me, and I like come up with this even better plan, quote unquote. Where I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like doubly clever on them, and so I totally like see where they're like patrolling or checking me out, or whatever, and I'm like, what'll really throw them off is if I like actually go through there and I try to do some like crazy commando dive thing. 'Cause I'm just like getting over.
Running will help. Okay.
Yeah, and I just like do some overly fancy thing
Awesome.
in this like momentary, flash of terrible
Inspiration.
So they get another 2 successes.
7.
That's
Great.
7. You're up against 7 with your scout test here.
Great.
None at all.
Fail it utterly.
Brilliant. All right, so you take your checks.
At least you're in 2.
Leap into the room. So it's a large cavern, and there seems to be some kind of like kobold gathering that has been broken up here. So a number of kobolds are gathered here in what seems to be barbaric parody of court. An ornate high-backed chair sits in the center of this roughly circular chamber, though no one's sitting in it in the moment. 6 female kobolds, females are the ones that don't have the big showy crest, decked out in feathers and bone piercings, stand on the left side of the room, while 6 male kobolds wrapped in colorful sarongs mill about on the right. They've been alerted to your presence by the rushing of these other 2 kobolds into the room, and then you dive in immediately after them. So there are 12 kobolds that like all like look startled like at you.
And then I'm like, like just as startled.
Yeah. You also notice, like, maybe, like, briefly, as your eyes cast over the room, there's a big wooden table positioned in front of the chair. There's a kobold tied to it. The kobold nearby is holding a leather, like, whip. She seems to have been whipping the, like, male kobold that's tied to the table.
Yeah.
And there's a man, a human, bound to the table, lying there screaming. And when you come in, he screams like, "Oh my God, help me, help!" And then all the kobolds at once like turn to look at you.
And I'm like, "Help you! Help me!" Just like bolt out of the room.
All right, so the kobolds are gonna charge after you. So you want to try to flee the kobolds?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, now remember, you're the only one who's, like, they're only chasing you. They won't notice, or, like, the other characters don't get pulled into this mess. And, yeah, I think they're gonna try and chase you down. So, I'm gonna roll, I'll roll the Kobold War Party's skill here, which is gonna be, there's 12 of them, so it's gonna be like 13 dice, I think. They're all chasing you. They're all helping. There's 12, so it's one is only 2 dice plus kind of like let's say I'm gonna say half of them help. They're not all gonna like rally after you, but the female warriors chase after you. So that's 6, so 5, 6, 7 dice. That's off 0. Okay, I got 5 successes. They're chasing you.
What skill am I even using here to run away?
This is gonna be health. It's just your body, the pure strength of your body.
All right, I'm not very strong of body. Yeah. And then, so if I can get 1 check by giving myself 1 less die.
Yes, you can hinder yourself, or you can help them if you want to give me some more dice.
You can roll an extra 2 dice because I'm just a little halfling and I'm like totally terrified and like run into a wall several times and it's like total panic. Like,
right.
I was not expecting to have to like fight things or for there to be any real danger.
I got 7 successes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna roll 3 dice. Great.
Okay, you got 1 success. All right.
Doing it for the team here.
So,
earning those checks. You earned like 4 checks just now.
So here's what the party sees. You hear like a shriek of halfling terror, followed by the like hissing sounds of these like kobold warriors, as your halfling friend runs past you, chased by a half dozen angry-looking kobolds, and they don't even notice you. They just like blow past the room that you're in, and then out into the hallway.
And I'm like tripping over things and like flailing super hard as I just run through
Yeah,
corridor.
and I think that we get like a sort of like, you know, a montage of unlabeled hallways as the kobolds like kind of like chase you, and you're like hiding and like running around through the dungeon. And I feel like, so you're only gonna run. The problem is there's nowhere to run that has light, so you would run in the direction of the light, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm just in a complete panic, so
Yeah, because there's only light back the way you came, and then nothing there. So you'd probably actually, I know what happens. So you run off into the dark, and stumble and fall into you fall into a pit. They've like chased you into a
Okay.
pit trap. So all you hear is the rest of the party. You see your friend and the kobolds run by, run off into a hallway. Then you hear a crashing sound, and then the sounds of like kobold like shrieking from that hallway you didn't go down. And I need to check what this.
and yeah, if I fall down something, there's like the rattling of pots and pans and like me screaming.
Yeah, make an Ob2 health test, please. When you tumble into the pit. No. Okay, so you're injured.
Completely.
Yeah, you're injured and like at the bottom of this hole.
No.
All right. So what's what you the other party members? What are you gonna do? It's pitch black now, and all you can hear. I mean, not for you guys, but for your halfling, Merriman. All you can hear is like hissing and like the sort of chirping laughter of the kobolds.
At the bottom of some pit.
Yeah, clutched around the edge of the pit, like leaning
Like a
in.
pot lid over my face.
Yeah, your bag landed on top of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we better go after the halfling. Yeah,
I mean,
so
that halfling did scout things out for you.
so it's one of those like we're like getting ready to go into that room and suddenly just everyone blows past us in this direction. We're like, I guess we'll. So I'll be like, turn around and follow them.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you follow the kobolds. Now are you like rushing after them, shouting? Or are you sneaking? Or like you've got your lantern out?
Mm-hmm.
The lantern has one more round in it, or one more turn.
I'm tired. I'm not running.
Okay. So you're just gonna like follow the.
I'm like, all right, I guess we're going this way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So your light falls on, like, as you get to the hallway, you can see past the intersection. You see these little kobolds like around the thing. As your light falls on them, it alerts them. They turn and they hiss and like grab their weapons, and they like rush towards you.
I want to quickly scout out this new location that we're in. Just quickly.
Okay. Just like an eyeball the whole thing. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm just gonna be like,
Do
taking
it.
my bearings.
And that's what an instinct is for. You can do it before a fight even happens.
Yeah. So.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let's say Ob2 for the hallway. You would have noticed a trap, except that, well.
So I increase the obstacle and also lose a die. Is that correct?
Yes, I think so, because you are exhausted and injured. Yeah.
So
Ob3 at one less die than usual.
Okay, so perfect. So I'm also going to use my nature against myself because this is already an impossible test.
You can use a trait against yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, what trait?
Trait against myself. Born of Earth and Stone, where I'm like, well, we're underground. Like, I'm just assuming that everything's gonna be built the way that I would build a tunnel.
Right, yeah.
And so I'm like actually not paying as close attention as I should because I'm like, well, this is what you would do here and this is what you would do there, and I'm just like making some assumptions about how stone tunnels obviously function.
Sure.
The doorway is the best way. Why would you do it any other way?
Okay.
So I probably missed some stuff. So that increases the obstacle. Is that true?
No,
Or is it
you
just
lose a
a
die. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling 1 against 3.
Perfect.
What if I can make it? No.
No. Okay. All right. So
But I already-
mark the test. I'm gonna give you the. Let's give you a condition.
I'm not hungry and thirsty yet.
True. No, you know what? If the halfling had just listened to you in the first place, They wouldn't be in the bottom of a pit. Like, you're angry. I think you get some anger here.
Okay.
And that's
Right.
and you're like, you look around, you get a good idea of like the hallway. The pit trap is really the only thing, and you would never have blundered into that trap had you gone down this hallway first. But he just ran on ahead. They ran on ahead and fell in.
I'm not good at dungeons.
It's like no one else in this party has ever been below ground before in their lives. It's ridiculous.
So
Probably been into a real cellar not infested by kobolds. Thank you.
So this is when the kobolds fall on you. So we'll do another conflict, similar as before. Do you want to kill the kobolds? Do you want to drive them off? What do you want to do? Now, Merywyn, you can't participate in this conflict. You're at the bottom of
If
a
only
hole.
Merywyn wasn't already in the pit, I'd be like, we drive them into the pit.
Yeah, drive them into the pit
Yeah, drive
anyways.
them into the pit. And then you can Rorschach them in the pit. You can be like, kobolds, I'm not trapped in here with you.
Yeah, fair. I don't know, Dave. What do you think?
I'm just looking if there is a thing I can, because I can't do my attacking and fighting good anymore. I'm no use to you now. I've used my spell for the day, so I'm wondering if there's like a diplomatic solution. I'm just trying to look at like the options we have.
I
So we don't
think the
speak the same
time for
language?
diplomacy has passed. Like they want to attack
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
So,
Okay, in that case, I think we want to drive them off.
Okay.
Or,
York,
yeah, I mean, it's two things I'm not good at, so I'll just help you, I guess.
All right, yeah. So probably we don't have the resources to actually kill them right now.
No.
But yeah, I feel like setting the stakes at death is a bad idea
Yeah,
for
kill,
us.
capture, and drive off all have the same. You use the same weapons. So if you want to drive them off, it's safer.
We're gonna drive them off.
Okay, it's gonna be a drive off conflict.
Yeah.
Okay, their goal is to capture you. I think so. If they win, they'll take you captive, and if you win, you will frighten them away.
Good.
So let's go ahead and.
It's gonna be great.
Okay, there are 6 of them. I'm rolling. Let's see. Actually, I think they have a disposition for flee. Oh no, that's if you're fleeing from them. Okay. All right. So they're going to roll same as they did before. Roll number of dice is their nature plus the help from the 5 of them. 7. I'm going to add it to 2. Oh, I forgot to put in my obstacle. Number of dice. 7. Obstacle 0. Okay, so 5. So they got 7 this time. So that's better. So I can use all the kobolds, and then the biggest kobold has 1 more hit point.
Okay.
Now you're going to be rolling for a drive off conflict. Your, let's see. Drive off, yeah, fighter and adding to health, just like a kill.
Okay, so that's me again.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm
Unless you
rolling
want
the 3
one.
for fighter, and you don't have fighter. You can't help me with that. Is that true?
Yeah,
Dave?
that's right.
Cannot, I'm afraid.
And I said I had 3, right?
Yes.
Seems true.
Okay.
All right, we're also at 7.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh,
so
wow.
an even battle. Dwarf and their human friend versus several kobolds.
I mean, friend, I feel like is
Friend is such a strong word. Okay, let me see. These ones are smart. They're not male kobolds. They're not going to use their bombs. So they're just using their slings. So let's.
And we have to dedicate my sword to a particular action, right?
Decide what action your sword is going to be, and then we'll rip out this conflict.
Okay, so if they're going to want to attack us, they probably will, because I feel like they're going to perceive that they absolutely have
Don't start like doing any of your planning round to round.
No,
Just decide what the sword is going to do.
Yeah, we're not doing the planning. We're just figuring out what we're assigning sword to.
Yeah, like that.
So
I thought that would be important for our like overall game plan.
yeah, but right now we just have to pick this, and we don't want to give Adam our
Don't give me more information than I need. Don't be like, we should do this and then this and then this, because I'll plan around that. I can't not.
Yeah.
Like,
So I think maybe we should still dedicate sword to attack.
Okay.
So that's what's happening.
Sounds good to me. So Dave, just for your awareness, if you make a maneuver against a spear type or missile weapon with a dagger, you can disarm it.
Yep.
So keep that in mind. That's a good thing your dagger can do. Okay, I will choose my actions.
And we still get 3?
Yeah, it's just that one of you will go twice. Whoever goes first
Yeah.
will also go last.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm set up here. So go ahead and start strategizing.
Okay.
All right, Dave, what do you think we should do? If they're trying to capture us, I feel like there's probably going to be some fainting and some, like, whatever.
Yeah, but
I feel like
mainly
defending. I don't feel like we should do any defending. I don't.
Pardon?
I'm not sure if we should really do any defending.
No. I feel like me maneuvering to try and disarm them makes sense on my one turn, because I figure I'll go second.
Okay, so you want... So should I...
I mean, if you feint to try and...
Unless they start with a feint, actually, defend might be okay, because they're...
Defend gets trumped by feint.
Pardon me? Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Unless they're fainting
Yeah.
on their first thing. I don't know. What do you think, Andrew? My brain power is severely
I
limited
think
today.
attack, maneuver, and then like maybe a defend in the last round would be good.
Yeah.
Or just like if Hilary, if you just attack, honestly, that's not so bad. Because at least that way we can force them to a compromise where they don't capture everyone. So like what will probably end up happening is that they capture only me and not you guys or something like that.
Well, they're in the conflict with the two of us right now. But
Yeah, the conflict is with the two of them, so it'll be capture one of them, and one might get away.
yeah.
So if we feel like our outlook is not great, then just playing to try to get a compromise out of it, because it also might mean that we would get some of what we wanted.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out if we want to, like, whether I should just attack both times or whether I feel like maybe they might throw a feint or a maneuver in there. Because they're smarter.
Attacking is great if they have fainted. You can just crush it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just pick some.
And then attacking against maneuver is also actually good for us because it's a versus test, which means that you can whittle away at their successes. So if that's your read, then I think attacking is really strong.
Okay.
Okay. And then Dave is gonna go next.
Come back.
Yeah. I figure going for
I
the
picked my actions.
Okay.
makes sense.
So you're gonna do attack, maneuver, attack.
I think so.
That seems legit to me.
Throw a maneuver card in the middle there, and let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right. So when the kobolds turn and see you, the lantern light like falls on them. They turn. They grab their slings. They start flinging stones at you. They're trying to drive you back. So they're gonna maneuver when you attack. So against it's a versus test. So whoever has the most successes will win. So as they're flinging the stones at you, you're trying to like rush in to get them, Master Dwarf. So I assume that it's like before you have the extra hit point. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So they're trying to keep you like harrowed with sling stones, and you're trying to just like they're battering your helmet and like blasting through. So
Adam,
you have armor.
I do.
Yep. So
and these guys are might.
They're might too, so you get the extra success.
So we still get the extra success, right?
Yeah. And if you can knock enough of them out of the fight, they'll drop another might because they're only might 2 because there's a group of them.
Okay, that's really good.
So let me double check how armor works for you. If you were targeted by a successful attack or feint, you roll a d6. Okay. And then on a 4 or better, you reduce it by 1 success. So this is not that. So your armor won't help you here. Okay, so we got to roll opposed. So we're going to maneuver. And I've got 2 dice plus the extra 5 kobolds. Sorry, I could do that again. Okay, so on my maneuver, I got 5 successes. So now you can attack.
And sorry, what am I rolling?
You're going to roll your fighter skill.
Okay, so I think that's a 3.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have the extra die for your sword, right?
For my sword, yeah.
Yep. But because you're exhausted and injured, you lose a die,
So I lose a die and bump the
and
all
it
up.
treats it as if I'd rolled 6. Yeah.
Okay, so I would be rolling.
But you get an extra
3.
success because they're kobolds. But you're rolling 3 dice because your sword
So-
and the.
I would, yeah. So I would be rolling 3, but +1 for my sword, but -1 because I'm sick, injured.
Injured, yeah.
So I'm rolling 3,
Okay.
and then I'm rolling that against 6.
Yes.
Because-
Yeah. And basically, the more as you get successes, it'll just reduce the successes that I have to maneuver you.
Yeah. Okay. And so I'm rolling that against 6.
Don't put a knob. Just put up
Okay.
0.
Okay. Because it's versus, I
It's a
guess.
versus test.
But you'll treat yours at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
And I get an automatic one. I don't understand what that.
If you get at
least
least
I got
one,
success.
if you get at least one success, it gives you another one.
Yep.
Nice, killing
Okay,
it.
so
It's not bad.
You got 4, which reduces me down to 2, which means
which is the best I could possibly have done.
Yeah,
in this
exactly. All right. So what does that look like? Like you get maneuvered. You end up like your attack vector does give them a position, but you did a fucking awesome job as you're getting harrowed with these bullets.
I think
does
what it
look
is
like for
is
your
that there's like 6 of them and 1 of me,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to fight them, but like I can't be fighting all directions around me at once. So I do manage to hold off most of them, but like 1 or 2 end up behind me, I think.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, so you just like wade in trying to attack them, but you don't actually land any hits, but you manage to like get in there. So they're gonna get two extra dice on their next action. So Dave, if you want to flip your card, they're going on the attack, and now you're maneuvering.
Okay.
So exactly the same deal, but I get 2 more dice than I had last time.
Okay.
So
And since I don't have fighter, it's just off my nature.
Yes. It's
Okay.
your nature
Well,
or your health. I assume you're gonna want roll nature.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So you're gonna roll your nature.
but it gets taxed.
Is this taxing your nature?
Yeah, because it's not in human nature to fight. So let's take a look at how that works. If you are rolling a skill you do not have, rolling a skill. I see. Okay, so using beginner's luck. Well, you can attempt any skill using beginner's luck. Roll in the abilities section. No, okay. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right and not just doing the same thing. So, okay. So you total up all the dice for abilities, wises, help, supplies, gear, all that stuff, and then half it if you don't have the appropriate skill.
Right.
If the ability is at 0, you have to use your nature. Or you can do that, yeah. Or you can use your nature in place of a skill you don't have. But you'll tax it if it's against your nature. It's outside your nature. So
Okay.
Probably smarter to tax your nature at this point.
oh yeah, totally. So you're gonna roll 6 dice for your nature.
Yep, and that means Hilary can't help.
No, she can help you with her nature as well. It won't tax yours though. You're just helping.
Can I have a grudge against these kobolds now that they've been?
I think you'd have to declare it, but
I would have to have
you don't.
previously-
You don't have to worry about like. It's just your character is helping with your.
Okay, so it
dwarvenness.
doesn't have to be within my.
No,
nature.
it just gives an extra die.
Okay, great. I'm helping.
Okay, go ahead and roll for your maneuver there, Dave. So put
Okay,
op 0 and we'll compare what we got.
I'm exhausted, so that's down 1, back to 6 then.
Yeah.
How'd I do?
How do we do? 3. Okay, so they deal you 3 damage. So you have 4 out of 7 left. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's flip over these last actions. So it jumps back to our dwarf. So actually, what does that look like? So you're fighting with your dagger. You're gonna have to like get in close. This is the first time we've seen your character like physically like leap into battle. What does that look like?
Like So just, I think it's kind of like pathetic actually. Like
Aw.
I've waited and I've let sorry, I've already forgotten Hilary's character's name. I'm so dumb.
Harga.
Harga.
Yeah, Harga goes in and like is fighting all of them, doing a really good job. And like the ones that go in behind her, like don't notice me just standing there with the with the lantern. So I just go up behind some of them and I try and like maneuver behind them and stab them in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't even like get through their like weak little scales, and they just turn around and slash at me.
And so here's the thing, because you represent 3 of the 7 total hit points, you're out of the fight now. So the kobolds like leap on you, and and they like start stabbing you or clawing at you, and you like pass out as the kobolds like start pummeling you.
Oh.
And on the last action,
Like I was helping anyway.
I did an attack. I removed my card, but it was an attack.
Okay.
So flip this over. Okay, all right. So this is just a straight up independent test.
Mm-hmm.
You versus the kobolds.
So I get to roll.
Oh, you actually got an extra success on your roll because your might is higher than theirs, Dave. So you actually got 4.
Okay.
So they only.
So I have 1 hit point left.
Yeah, you're still up. So you're like weak but not dead, not down. All right.
Probably like never been stabbed before.
Well, it's the first time for everything.
I mean, you're pretty old. You might have been stabbed. You got at least one enemy. I guess that's not a stabbing kind of enemy.
Okay, so the kobolds, same dice as usual. All right, I only got 2 successes on my attack. So this shouldn't be too
mine,
much.
I'm rolling 3 because it's 3 plus 1, but then minus 1 again.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, and then I actually got 3 successes because you're all tired and exhausted.
Yeah. And sorry, does the might thing play into this at all?
Successes.
No?
You'll get an automatic success.
Okay, if I get
If
at
you
least 1. Okay, so I'm rolling 3.
Yeah.
And yours is counted as 3.
Yeah. And this isn't a versus. This is just they deal you 3
Just
damage.
Yeah, they
And you
deal me
deal
3
them-
damage, and I have 2.
You deal them 3.
3.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So now Dave is out,
Yeah.
and they're down to 4 out of the 7 that they started with. So I think you deal them. What does the Harga like actually hurting them look like?
I think it's like, so that's the first time we've actually hurt any of them. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's the ones who were like swarmed in front of me, and then some got behind me, but then, our magician friend here like jumped in and was kind of wrestling with those ones, and I think I like whirled around and like stabbed at least one of them, or just like chopped at least one down.
Yeah, you got rid of the 6 of them, you got rid of 3, right? Because there's one tough one, so now they're down to...
I think I stabbed one of the ones that was in front of me, and then whirled around and like cut down the 2 behind.
Yeah, 1 bigger one and 2 tough ones to help, and that means that with a kobold, they're not a group of 5 anymore. They're might 1 now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's queue up what'll I'm sure be the last round of the battle.
Yep.
And then.
And is it
we'll
just
hand out some
me?
awards. It's just you. Yeah.
Okay.
You versus the kobolds.
Oh, I've it might be a tiny bit late. Can you use wises in combat?
Yes. Yeah, but there isn't really a purpose to it at level 1 because it's the same as a helping die and everybody's kind of helping.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
I was just thinking, I have combustible wires. They have bombs on them.
Yeah. But I can't use wises because I'm angry.
That's right. You angry. Okay, I'm ready. I'm done. I got the kobolds are ready. They're ready for battle.
Gosh.
What are you gonna do, brave dwarf?
I don't know. Yeah, I do. Making bad choices.
Just like attack.
I'm out here making bad choices like a dwarf. Great, I'm ready.
If you can get 4 successes, which
You ready for this, Adam?
So ready. Let's flip them. I'm gonna maneuver you.
I'm gonna attack.
Okay, it's a versus test. So the You might have one more hit point than you did last time. Roll a d6. Let's see if your leather armor absorbed it.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could just blow your helmet and have one more hit point.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I got another helmet in my bag.
So the last turn, yeah, that helmet, your helmet got broken by a kobold smashing it with their a sling. It got dented, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a busted helmet. All right, so on this turn, I've got a much different pool of dice. So I've got 2 for the kobold plus another 2. So I'm only rolling 4 instead of 7 this time. Kobolds degrade quickly. I got 1 success.
Okay.
Reckon Ralph.
Does it matter that I'm now 2 levels higher in might than you?
Yes, you'll get 2 successes,
Okay.
2 bonus successes.
Okay, so I'm still just rolling.
Press the advantage.
I'm
Yes,
rolling
the
3,
loss.
and yours counts as 2, Adam.
Yes, that's right. So even though you're exhausted and injured, these are still just paltry kobolds.
Yeah. So, yeah, because it's 3 plus 1, but then minus 1.
Yeah.
And we added 1 to yours.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get 4.
4, you kill him. Good work.
Great.
All right, so same thing as a 4, halfway concession. I think that while you're killing the last of the kobolds, and you can tell me because you succeeded. You just tell me if this is what you think. While you're killing the last of the kobolds, and like you're not even killing them, you're just driving them off. While you're like scattering the rest of the kobolds, you look around and you realize that your old man wizard companion has been dragged off with them.
Dang it.
Knocked unconscious and dragged away. So the two of you, what's gone from like, we gotta save the halfling to now the wizard is in the kobold's grasp. That sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
I think
Okay,
that's
cool.
reasonable. Yeah, because our goal was not to kill them. Our goal was to
them
drive,
off. And their
We
goal was to
did.
capture you.
but they took a day.
Oh, I like. So maybe the image is just like there's kind of the blood trail again, and then just like part way
Keep going
around
that way.
There's my hat on the floor, and it's like crumpled over.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well let's call it there. We can we can pick up if we play a game, and you can make camp and go try to save Dave. But for now, let's hand out some points.
Yeah, and make sure that people have that people still have their against traits marked so that we know how many checks we have.
Definitely, yeah. Make sure those are checked
I've
in.
got all 4 of mine.
Because you've got like 4. Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, so Merywyn, you get a fate point for your belief.
Yay.
Because just because we're in a dungeon doesn't mean we can't have tea. That definitely drove your character. Companions of Merywyn. Did Merywyn show you that they could do more than just cook?
I mean, they did kind of jump in front of a bunch of kobolds, which isn't cooking. I don't know if it was show us that they could do something useful other than cook.
That wasn't that wasn't the goal.
I didn't say I would succeed, just that I would do stuff.
Everyone did cheer you up when you got angry
Well,
about
that's
your
right.
back.
That's true.
Look, they can cook
That's
and
true.
dance and tell jokes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Take a persona point for that.
Yay.
Your instinct triggered, but it didn't help. It actually just made things worse. So, good for playing it, but not helpful. All right, up aghast. Everything about this situation is bullshit. Definitely take the fate point for that.
Yeah. Okay.
You did find a way to profit out of it. It wasn't like you found the bracelet. So, take a persona for that. And then your instinct, there was conflicts, but you didn't have Destiny of Heroes prepared.
I didn't know. I didn't have it prepped.
And then Harga, the Dwarven way is the best way. Yeah, I think you pursued that. You played your belief.
Sure.
Harga, did you defeat a worthy foe? I mean, you drove those kobolds off pretty much single-handedly.
It's
Yeah, I feel
true.
like that's
And I
pretty-
did fight those other kobolds.
Yeah.
I feel like they were worthy.
Hella, yeah, take it. Was there
Persona?
take a persona point. Was there a
Was there
single
time where that was helpful?
Yeah, did the instinct help you at all? Did you ever succeed at instinctively searching the room?
No.
I'm trying to. I don't know
No.
that I actually.
I don't think you did either. Okay. You did it,
One
but you don't get the points because it didn't help anybody.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bummer.
All right, cool.
You
At least we earned some checks.
failed that You did it every time and failed it every time.
I succeeded one time when I misunderstood what number I was changing.
There are like the voting ones, aren't there? Could we throw up like a really quick straw poll while we do shout outs? For like
Yeah, I'll put it in the it's basically exactly the same as the ones for if you've watched Mirror Shades. There's an MVP, there's a embodiment, and there's a workhorse award. MVP is you had the skill that gets you through like a really important test. There was like one opportunity for a test that if you didn't have that skill, you wouldn't have got through it. Workhorse is you just like carried the team through a bunch of hard challenges, and then embodiment is you played to your character the whole way through. And I'll put those together. I guess right now. Let's do some.
Is there like a vote of no confidence option for MVP?
Yeah, you don't have to vote for people if you don't want to.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know if MVP really could be a thing.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So I'll go get that. I'll get the Q&A and the voting set up, and y'all can you can say your goodbyes for today.
Bye, everyone.
Don't everybody go at once.
I'm Andrew. You can find me on the internet. On Twitter, I am at Commuting Crow. On Twitch, my channel is twitch.tv/actual factual. And I do some like creative streaming and some video game streaming. Tomorrow, since we are not doing a show tomorrow's Thursday, right? God. Anyways, Thursday, probably in the 11 to 3 kind of time range. I'm going to do some art streaming. I'm going to be making overlays. So it's going to be more like hard designy stuff. I've done some like painting and whatnot previously. So I'm going to be doing that, and you can check that out tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter if you want to know when I am streaming, because I always announce it somewhat clumsily. You can check that out. And then also I do role-playing shows like this one, mostly with Adam, exclusively with Adam, in fact. But hire me for your kid's birthday or other role-playing show.
Like, probably don't actually hire Andrew for your kid's birthday. I'm going to step in and say that. It could be fine. I don't know. Dave, do you want to go? Or should I go?
You go.
Okay, it's me, Hilary. Hi, everybody. I'm super off my game today. I personally definitely have sick and exhausted and also partially injured. So fun. I got the backs of my thighs tattooed last night, and so like figuring out how to sit for this many hours, and I'm also sick right now. So I'm just like fog brain. But anyways, I'm on the internet at As a Sparrow on Twitter. I also write indie tabletop reviews for Shut Up and Sit Down. In fact, one was posted just today. My review of Fall of Magic went up on the site today, so some of you may have seen the session that Adam and Andrew and I played of that at the end of the year. And other stuff I do. I've got some Patreon stuff going on. There's been a lot of real life getting in the way of other parts of real life the past few months. So, but I'm hoping to be able to kind of get back on top of some of that stuff. In the meantime, I'm going to finish this show and then immediately take a nap. Gotta make camp. I earned my check.
Yeah, it's time to sleep.
Yeah, Dave?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Dave. I'm Dave _the_human on Twitter if you want to follow me about that. I've also very recently started streaming. My regular slot is 7 p.m. GMT on Sundays, where we're playing through Final Fantasy VII because I like talking about the way it's made and stuff about it and around the time it was made, and just like trivia and stuff. I was thinking, since there won't be much going on this weekend with everybody doing PAX, I might pick up another stream maybe on Friday of a different game. I've got a bunch of stuff like set on Steam that I've wanted an excuse to do. Maybe Shovel Knight, because I got that as a gift, and I said I would stream it when I did play it. So maybe some of that on Friday. Apart from that, check out cool stuff that he's going to be advertising the Roll20 stuff, so I'll advertise his stuff. So check out Discord, because Discord's good. And anyway, I feel like I've talked for long enough now.
Well, I'm done, so I can
Great,
leap in.
perfect.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, so I posted on the Roll20 subreddit. There's a place you can go and vote, so please go vote for who gets Persona, so that next time they'll be better prepared to bear torches into the dungeon. So this was interesting. So Torchbearer is a grueling system, but this session in particular was very rough because of so many failed rolls so early on. There's definitely like a death spiral involved. Like once you lose grasp of your fresh bonus, you have to very carefully like tailor how you move through the house. So it was fun to watch that happen. My suggestion would be camp immediately and then try to return to town, but you need money but once you get back to town. So there's a delicate balance. It was really fun playing this with you guys. If you want to catch more role-playing content, there's going to be a Mage the Ascension game starting in the Thursday time slot sometime in the next little bit during February. I got to get the details hammered out. Starting a campaign takes some time, so I got to work on that. We'll probably play Torchbearer again between now and then. And then, of course, the Burning Wheel Fridays at 5, though not this Friday because I'm going to be over at PAX East. I get to go to Texas. And like Hilary, I am also going to go have a nap because I don't feel very good either. I've been kind of sick all week. It's been a tough week for everybody, but thank you so much for coming and playing games with me, everybody, especially Hilary. You toughen out the sick condition. I appreciate that.
I feel like it's perfectly thematic for Torchbearer that
Agreed.
it's like been a player grind all day. I feel like, we did it though.
You did it. Good work, everybody.
Good job.
So cool. So we'll see you on the next stream. Obviously, follow everybody on Twitter if you want to send them feedback or fan art, and follow us on Twitter at Roll20 app for updates about that action. We will see you next time. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.